Wicked, one of the most critically acclaimed movies of 2024. In that year, it was quite an experience. Remember that Barbenheimer phenomenon with Barbie and Oppenheimer in 2023? Well, it sort of made a comeback here. Now back there, I'd argue that Oppenheimer is way better than the former, so that isn't even a comparison. But here, it's actually quite a debate on which is better. I think Wicked is slightly better than Gladiator 2, but the choice really depends on your point of view. Since I liked the first Gladiator way better, and because I had problems watching the second movie, Wicked is my preferred choice because it visually looks amazing, and it stays faithful to any of its classical material. So let's dive back into the world of the wonderful Wizard of Oz, and see how its prequel defies much of its gravity. Before we start this video, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe, as well as hitting the bell icon to see more content. Thank you, and enjoy. To start with, the movie stays faithful to two of its main points: its musical Broadway and the original source material. It does feel like you're watching the stage performance in film thanks to how much it brings you into its classic story that we all know by heart. The origins of both leading characters are explored, and all the characters bring plenty of charm. For a film that's based on a musical Broadway, the set pieces are extremely colourful. Well, at least the Oz parts alone are more than enough to make this movie a colourful trip, just like some other past movies that inspired it. It still gives off that magical feeling from the original movie. Also, the visual effects are great, and this could potentially be one of the prettiest looking movies of 2024 on a visual level. The voice talent in this movie is another shout out. A lot of the actors bring lots of life into their characters, especially giving it their all when they cut into doing a song. The best examples being the leads Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Jeff Goldblum making an appearance as the Wizard of Oz is also something that I never thought I needed. But yes, the acting goes hard here, and with all having this charmful of energy, you can see just how much fun they had playing the characters. I think the biggest highlight that this movie has to offer is its soundtrack. The genuine soundtrack is great. Oh no, what really carries it is its songs. The songs are so good that the film needed a sing-along version. Defying Gravity and Popular are two songs that this movie is known for, and I could go on forever explaining how good these songs are, as there's so much detail, making its musical Broadway adaptation really come to life here on the big screen. And speaking about just how amazing this movie looks, a lot of the scenes are mind-blowing. Some of the scenes help the viewer have their mind blown because they happen so suddenly, yet in an extremely spectacle way. I think the best example would be Elphaba at the end, when she becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. It does a great job with its surrounding areas, making it truly feel like you're watching the Broadway in person. This film also does well on tackling its main themes, including friendship and showing yourself off by being part of music, whilst also showing its messages of self-identity, discovery, and acceptance. Also, it tells us that not all people are all good or all bad. There's a lot of morals to be seen here, and Wicked does well on showing you how to upload them. It's okay to be different, and you should explore your place a different way because it can change your point of view on how you like it. Finally, this movie actually does a good job on setting fans up for the sequel. It's a part 1, as shown on screen, and leaves us all with a to be continued point, getting people ready for the sequel. Unlike past movies that does the getting ready for the sequel ending cliche in a poor way, this movie is a rare example of using that cliche correctly. It takes away the typical cliffhanger conclusion in replacement for a story that will be continued later on in the line to help its audience, which is very great. I have 2 negatives that push this movie back a little bit. The first one being that its runtime is too long for part 1, being at an overwhelming 2 hours and 40 minutes runtime. I get that it's trying to be faithful to the musical Broadway. I totally get that, and I think that's great because it perfectly matches the way you would watch it as it goes along. However, for someone that hasn't seen it and is more of a casual audience viewer, they will probably struggle to join along in this adventure, especially when there's no songs playing or if the scenes aren't that interesting. And for my second negative for this movie is its plot and story got very predictable. I think most, if not all, Wizard of Oz fans should already know this story by heart. It's a prequel story, and shows the origins of 2 classmates with their friendship, and how they became both the Wicked Witch of the West and Glinda the Good Witch. It's very easy to exploit this story, because if you've seen the musical adaptation, then you've pretty much seen this as well. It makes sense though, because it helps it not to shy away and be not its own thing, but staying true to its classic spirit. Overall, my final opinion on Wicked: it's a magical adventure worth going back to Oz for. Wicked is a gorgeous, sparkling piece of work. But I'm also out here debating on which movie is better, this or Gladiator 2. It all really depends on your point of view. But this movie has a lot of greats, including being visually gorgeous and appealing. It makes you want to explore this wonderful world building yourself. All of its acting is also perfection, and it's decently paced with lots of fun. But the few reasons why it's not quite perfect for me is because it's very long and pretty predictable. Those minor problems are what hold it back a little bit. But if you are new to The Wizard of Oz and want to see how 2 iconic characters got their part in the series, then you will for sure want to wait for the sequel. The sequel though, which releases this year, should be even better, and I do look forward to seeing the second part of these 2 witches. What is your opinion on Wicked? Were you a fan of how it executed its plot? Does it bring the hype for its second movie? And does it leave an impact on its classical storytelling? Let me know in the comment section below, and also don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. and subscribe to my channel if you are new, and hit that bell icon to see more content on my channel. Thanks for watching. Wicked truly defines gravity by offering a very pleasing burst of sparkling fun thanks to its charming leads and visually appealing world building. It will surely remain popular for many generations to come.